Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm so excited to share my favorite dish from Aleppo, Syria. It's lahme bil karaz, and that's a lamb meatball with sour cherry sauce. So one of the reasons I love this dish is because it reminds me so much of Aleppo. When I used to go to my grandmother's house, she knew this was my favorite, and because it's only found in northern part of Syria, she would a lot of times, the sour cherries basically come out in June, and so a lot of times she would freeze them. So if I was visiting in the winter time, she was able to take out the frozen cherries and make this stew for me. And unfortunately, we don't have these cherries here in America, so I'm going to show you a little trick on how you can make this very special sour cherry sauce. So I went to my local Arabic, or you can go to a Persian market even, and combined 3 different types of sour cherry jam sauce. So by combining all these 3, you're gonna get as close to that sour cherry northern Syrian sauce that I love and grew up with. Again, you can do it to taste. So the key ingredient, of course, is going to be your meatballs, and it's generally made with lamb, but you really want to get a good quality lamb. I really prefer grass-fed. It just has a really nice flavor. It's not as gamey, and it's going to taste delicious with the sour cherry sauce. We add a little bit of cinnamon, and I also added a little bit of allspice. So we're going to be using this white, thin pita bread, and I'm going to be cutting it into halves and then quarters and triangles. So ultimately you want to have these thin triangles that we're going to layer with. Those are going to go on the bottom of our plate, and then you're going to add the stew on top. So I'm also going to add pine nuts to my dish, and it's going to give it a really nice toasty, homey, and delicious flavor. So you buy your pine nuts from the store raw, and then afterwards we're going to add some butter and oil, and I'm going to toast them so they're going to look like this, and I'm going to sprinkle the top of my dish with the pine nuts. So these are our toasted pine nuts. I'm going to add them at the very end. You can see the color is just this really beautiful caramel color. I hope you enjoyed this dish. Tag Mint and Laurel if you make it at home. I'd love to see your creations, and the recipe is going to be on our blog at mintandlaurel.com. Check out not just the recipe, but we've got great blog posts and articles written by our community, as well as some beautiful products that we source and curate directly from Syria.